Hi, my name is JillianReel0829, born and raised in beautiful New Jersey, the Garden State. I've had a passion for broadcasting practically my entire life. I started reporting at just 7 years old for the local cable station in my hometown, East Brunswick. Now fast forward to 2016, I've had quite an adventure the last 3 years. I took on a job 8,000 miles away near Guam. It's Saipan, a U.S. Commonwealth, 8 hours west of Hawaii, 3 hours south of Japan. The Commonwealth Utilities Corporation pipeline project funded by Department of the Interior is ahead of schedule and more than 50% complete. He used the House of Justice Superior Court building as an example of where these kind of interpretive markers exist. As you can see here, this reburial site plaque explains the results of the findings, and it's accessible to the public. While reporting and anchoring for the live newscast, I covered topics including the proposed U.S. military buildup in the region, the construction of a $7 billion casino on the island, and at one point I even hopped onto a C-130 to fly with the U.S. Air Force for their annual Operation Christmas Drop to remote Micronesian islands. When top stories were taking place on Tinian, I'd hop on over to that neighboring island with the help of a small 7-seater plane. I once interviewed a World War II veteran who had not returned to Tinian since the 1940s. When Colonel Kelly came to this stop on the tour, he took a moment to look at the names on the 505th Memorial, and he said he remembered a few of the names. And I spoke with residents expressing their thoughts on the military's plans to put in live fire ranges on the island. All these stories and more in stunning Micronesia, surrounded by the Pacific Ocean and the Philippine Sea. Now I'm back on the mainland looking for stories to tell in your community, have a dialogue with your audience. But first, here are some clips from my work on Saipan. It's new growth here with this leaf, but normally I'd be surrounded by avocados in this entire tree. But nothing, no avocados, no mangoes this year. We're here at the top of the 300,000 gallon water tank. They're still working on putting out the dome for the top of the tank. So we're driving around Cagman 3. One of the residents tells us this garbage has been here for 3 months. Typhoon debris has not moved. But what Mr. Mondal discovered last Friday morning around 9 a.m., a missing plaque here on this Japanese monument along with 3 other monuments. Just a few months ago, we visited Virginia's house. It was demolished by Typhoon Pseudolore. Things everywhere on this entire yard. Come back a few months later, you can see a semi-concrete structure. It's a little before noon right now. Cabinet members are meeting right inside the administration building here on Capitol Hill after news of Governor Eloy Enos's passing. Supporters have gathered right in front of the polling place. Heinz and Ray on this side, Enos Torres on this side. There's signage, there's music, there's lots of cheering and lots of honking too. So we've got this F-16 behind us. If you look to my right, our firefighters are learning the procedures on how to operate this F-16 in the event of an emergency landing. The sound you're hearing right now is the water flowing into the 1 million gallon Puerto Rico tank. This is called a gate valve. It is now 2:03. The doors opened 3 minutes ago, and already an idea to improve from last year has failed. Sounds of war echo through the former World War II Japanese administration building on Tinian, but it's just a drill. Guam Army National Guard versus the U.S. Marines.
The process right now is we as the Guam National Guard, we're playing the opposing forces.
Just as the guardsmen were defending the administration building for a possible 360 attack, the Marines descend on the objective from all directions. The Guam National Guardsmen had blanks in their guns, but the Marines were not allowed to carry ammunition, so they were screaming, bang, bang.
So it's a little bit difficult on a drill without system rounds, the paintball rounds, or blanks with the laser tag.
2 MV-22B Ospreys were key to the mission. They dropped the Marines off before they began reconnaissance into the thick jungle.
You're just going really fast, and then when you're about to start landing, descending, then you can definitely feel it.
When the place is finally secured, it's time to take a breather from training.
Training for real life events.
This is just one mission of many for Operation Christmas Drop, the longest running humanitarian airlift mission in the world since its inception in 1952.
There are no other assets in the world that can take off out of a place like Anderson and fly 850 miles or 1,000 miles away, safely and accurately deliver the materials that we do, and then come straight back.
Operation Christmas Drop is in its second to last day. We're here on the flight line as crews are getting ready to load the supplies for today's mission.
A navigator on the C-130, William Cox, got a special surprise during one of his missions.
They said that the kids of the island had a message for us and said, stand by, and so we waited a second, and they came on and started singing Merry Christmas and thank you very much to us, which was just really cool. I think everybody just kind of had a little mini tear-up session for a moment.
Once we reached a cruising altitude of 17,000 feet on the way to the objective, it was nothing but blue sky, white puffy clouds, and ocean in our horizons. Our mission was to drop in the island's Pig and the Farallop Atoll. Lieutenant Colonel Jeanette Frontal was one of the special attendees on our airplane who got the chance to do the push.
We did. They seemed really excited to get this box. They get once a year, and they were all waving and excited, and as soon as the box dropped, you could see them all running out towards the box.